Hi, how's everybody doing? Doing good here. Just staying busy, and I almost forgot to actually upload a video this week. Not because I didn't want to, but because I was just so busy at work. But yeah, so I just wanted to upload a video. It's almost the end of the week. It's kind of cool. I actually get my second COVID shot tomorrow, so that'll be nice. I'll have that all out of the way, so that's exciting for me. I had COVID in March of last year, and it was pretty bad. So I'm just trying to do anything I can to avoid either getting it ever again, or if I ever get it again, it just won't be nearly as bad. So I'm gonna get my shot tomorrow. So that'll be some good news. And I got a promotion at work too, which is awesome. I'm actually gonna be working into the management position now. At the moment, though, I'm training to do it, but we're still looking for someone to fill in my old position. And then once that happens, I'll just move right over to the new position and I'll be good, which I'm excited. It'll be sweet. So this week, I'll have a couple hidden gems like I did last week, but a lot of the games on my list are some pretty big ones. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you for checking out my other videos for the last few weeks. So that was really fun. So here's my new video, and this is the first game I wanted to talk about, and it kind of has a fun little story. Uh, Conker's Bad Fur Day. This is cool. This is actually my original launch. This is the original launch copy I got from GameStop back in I think 2001. So that was pretty awesome. The funny thing is that I had no idea. I had no idea that this game was going to be so great. Um, when I went into GameStop, this is when GameStop was small too. We had like two or three of them in our area. So I went in there and I seen a poster on the wall, and they were saying if you pre-ordered this game, you would get a free T-shirt. So I was like, okay, why not? So I pre-ordered it, got the free T-shirt. The game actually got delayed a lot. I want to say it got delayed almost like a whole year from whenever they first pre-ordered it to whenever I first pre-ordered it to when it actually came out. I think it was a good probably year or so. But it ended up being awesome. It's like a hilarious platformer. It's like Mario, but with like really bad humor. It was one of the last great rare games that they made for the for a Nintendo system. I liked Star Fox Adventures. That was the last game they made for a Nintendo console, but a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was great. And this was awesome. You can actually find this on the Xbox One, the remaster, and you could find this is like the N64 version. They have that on a thing called I think it's Rare Replay, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is cool. This is kind of a collector's item too. I just looked into it not too long ago, and people actually pay a hefty price to get this, like the N64 version with the box and everything. But a great game. Loved it. Love every moment of it. The next one, this is actually a really cool shooter that went under the radar. Kind of came out towards the very end of the PlayStation 2's life. It's called Cold Winter, and it's kind of like Soldier of Fortune meets James Bond. It has like that really lots of gore, like the old Soldier of Fortune games. I don't know if you ever played those. They're really popular on the computer back in the day, on the PlayStation 2 and even the Dreamcast. But this is like that. But it had really cool mission structures. Um, I love the physics in the game, like back in the day. Now it's not as impressive, but for a PS2 game, it's real impressive. The AI was pretty good. My only complaint is the game was kind of easy, even on hard mode, because you had a health system and you just put like a syringe into yourself, but it was just kind of easy. But it's a great game. I actually plan on maybe trying to play through it again maybe this year. I haven't beat it since I worked at Circuit City, and that was like 2005 or something, 2005, 2006, a long time ago. But yeah, awesome game. I think it came out on the computer. I haven't really looked for it, so I don't know how expensive it is. When I bought it, it was $50. I don't know if it's one of those rare games that is just costly now, like a lot of them are. But if you ever find it, I highly recommend it. If you like PlayStation 2 first person shooters, it's real fun. Now, this is actually one of the first Dreamcast games I ever bought and beat. This was actually one of the games that I got a whole bunch of my friends into the Sega Dreamcast. Sword of Berserk. It's like a just a hack and slash game based off of anime, I believe it is. I've never watched the anime. Well, okay, I've watched little bits of it here and there, but I haven't watched a whole lot of it, so I can't really tell you much about it. But the game is awesome. Like it's kind of the I always kind of thought of it as a precursor to games like God of War or Devil May Cry and stuff like that. Games that use quick time events where you're supposed to hit a button real fast at a certain time, or you'll die or get damaged or whatever. But yeah, this is such a great game. I think they made one more on the PS2, and also there is one on the PS4. I think I never played it. I should check it out and see if it's on sale because I love this one. This is like one of my favorite games, and you could beat it too like in a couple hours. It has like I think 4 or 5 hours of cinemas and then like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. It's a pretty easy game to beat like over a weekend or whatever. But yeah, Sword of Berserk. It's an awesome game. I love it. It'd be a great one to get remastered. Now this is another fun one. This is completely different, but uh, Animal Crossing New Leaf. I love the Animal Crossing series. They're super relaxing, just fun to play. You could dump tons of time into them. Just making your village awesome. Making friends with your little animal neighbors. I'm dumping a whole bunch of time into Animal Crossing Horizons on the Switch. I might have actually spent more time with that one than this. I spent like 200 hours in this game, like over 6 years. But it was fun. It was awesome. Doing different things during the different seasons. It has real time, so everything's just going in real time. So the seasons outside, it's similar to it is right now, which is pretty fun. So I imagine a lot of people played this. This game sold like hotcakes on the Nintendo 3DS. But if you haven't, I always check out. I always recommend the Animal Crossing series. I love them. You could get sucked into them and just play them for hours. And then this one. This is one of my all-time favorite games. I talked about it kind of recently on the Oculus one, but Resident Evil 4. I have an HD remaster. I have the Wii version, which this one's my favorite one because it's so awesome playing it with the Wiimote. But I also have my original copy on the GameCube. And this game, it's just like a classic. It's such an amazing game. It's an action-packed survival horror. At the time, I was getting really bored of the Resident Evil franchise. I loved them, but I was kind of getting tired of like the fixed cameras and stuff like that. So this was like a breath of fresh air. Instead of fighting zombies, you'd fight these people that have like parasites in them. You fought like gigantic creatures, which you've always fought in Resident Evil games. But the biggest thing was the camera changing from being like a fixed position where you're looking down at an angle to behind the back because it made everything massive. It made everything feel epic, and the graphics were amazing. And it's getting a complete and total remake for the Oculus Quest. That I thought it was just going to be a remaster, but yeah, they're remaking it for the Oculus Quest from the ground up. So I'm so excited. If you've never played Resident Evil 4, I highly recommend it. You could get it on anything, the computer. You could get it on pretty much almost any console. If you have a Wii, you could probably track down the Wii version of it for fairly cheap. This one was $26 at GameStop that I bought like probably 10 years ago. But yeah, it's awesome. Great game. Classic. And this one's one of my favorite launch games. Resistance: Fall of Man. One of my favorite PlayStation 3 games. Epic campaign. Awesome multiplayer when it was going still. Yeah, I think you could play with, what was it, up to, I want to say it was like 40 people. Yes, yeah, 40 people. 1 to 40 people online. It was great. Gigantic battles and just epic campaign against big monsters. Great story too. It was like a twist on World War II. Instead of fighting Nazis, the Europe, Russia, and Germany got invaded by these crazy aliens, and they kind of infected everything and turned people into monsters. And in the game, what made it so special though is you had different types of weapons, like really weird ones. You had like regular things like rocket launchers, assault rifles, but you'd also get like the bullseye, which was like an alien weapon you could stick a target on it and the bullets would follow people. The auger, a weapon that would shoot through walls. So cool. And the story was fun. I would love to see this come back with, I'd be fine with either a brand new game on the PS5 or a game made for the next virtual reality headset from Sony. That'd be great. I'd be fine with whatever. I love the series, and I actually played through the first two last year, and then in January of this year, I started playing through Resistance 3. And I'm not almost done. I'm actually going to beat that here soon. I'm working through that and the Master Chief Collection. But yeah, if you want a good sci-fi shooter for the PlayStation 3, I highly recommend it. It's great. And you can find it cheap. And this is another one of my favorites. Little Big Planet. It's a 2D platforming game where you can make your own worlds. You can play online and see other people's levels that they created. And me and my buddy Steve, we played so much of this online. So much co-op. It was so awesome. And the thing that sucks is now something's going on with the servers. So you can't play any of them. You can't play Little Big Planet 1, 2, or 3. Sony's supposedly fixing it, but I would love this to see a remaster of it or a remake on the new consoles. Just revamp, better servers, better technology, and I don't know how they would do that, but move them all over to this just better tech, basically. Or just a remaster. That'd be great. Media Molecule, the guys that did the first one, they haven't touched the game since part 2. But they're awesome. They're a great company. They have another one out on the PS4, and you could download on the PS5 called Dreams, where you can make your own levels. But yeah, this is just great. Little Big Planet. If you love platforming games, you can still play the single player stuff. You just can't play the online portion, which is a bummer. But I highly recommend it. I love these games. Now this is another one too. This is another great one. Skate. This is another great game that I spent so much time with my buddies. I would explore every inch of the world. It was kind of like Tony Hawk, but more realistic, not arcadey or nothing like that. The levels look like real worlds, basically. The little spots all over the place. That was just great, and they're making a new one sometime for the PS5 and the new Xbox, so that's great. Even maybe the PS4 and everyone. But yeah, this was a great one. It had a fun multiplayer. Had a great little. I love like recording my videos and uploading them to the internet and just seeing if anyone else would watch them. It had a really cool flick it system where you'd use one of the analog sticks as it would basically be the skateboard. You'd flick it up and you'd ollie in different directions to do different tricks. And it looked amazing. The lighting effects look so spectacular. I actually bought it again for the Series S, and it looks great. Yeah, it plays great still. Even to this day, this and Skate 3. I haven't played Skate 2 in years. I should probably play it again just to see if I like it. When it first launched, I didn't enjoy it, but that was kind of my fault because I was just too hyped. And also other games at that time were really good. I think it came out right. I think Skate 2 came out at the same time like Dead Space 2 and stuff did, and Uncharted and all that good stuff. But this is a Skate. It's amazing, and I'm happy to hear it's coming back. It was weird not having a new one on the PS4 and the Xbox One. But yeah, it's a great series. And now this will be the last game of the night. This is another fun one. For me at least. Fable 2. I've always loved the Fable series, except, it was funny, the first Fable, I never really got into it. Even when I just recently tried to replay it not too long ago, it's fun, but I kind of thought it was, I don't know. There's some things that I love and things that I didn't think the world was all that massive, which I was hoping it would be. But this was cool. This was like a bigger Zelda. It had fun little choices you can make. Lots of humor. And it was just fun to play, and I'm happy to hear that they're making another one. They're making another one. I think the same guys that did Forza, or one of the Forza games, is going to make a new one. I'm interested to see how it looks. Those Forza games are awesome, knowing they're completely different, but that company has showed it has some great talent. But yeah, if you want to play good, fun little open world RPG, I highly recommend Fable 2, Fable 3, and even Fable 1. There's a remake called The Lost Chapters of Fable 1, which is real fun. Better than the original one back in the day. But yeah, well, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching them all. I hope, the weekend's almost done, but I hope you guys had a good week, and I'll try to upload another video. I'll upload another one next week. Probably, maybe 2. I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, that'd be fun. But thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you.